What's up, everybody? Welcome back here to another World War Armies. This video is sponsored by the developers of World War Armies, Hype Masters. Now, if you're looking for a great free-to-play game, there's no losses in this game. It's not like when you go battle and defeat somebody, the person's going to have some losses, or you will have some losses. There's no losses in this game. When you go to battle, it's a skirmish mission. It's amazing. Today, we're going to talk about a few things that are highly important into the game that I've learned so far. But if you want to download this game, go into the description of the video and also try to post a comment and pin it. So click that link. This is a sponsored link, by the way. So click that link. It helps us out as well. Click that link. It gets you directly to the page where you need to download the game and check it out. And once you've checked it out, let me know. And I don't know if you can defeat me once we meet in the battlefield here. In the skirmish mission, you get to do the PvP option. And everything that I'm going to talk about here today in this video is going to help you to succeed in your progress within the game as well. Now, today, we're going to talk about some of the supporting troops that I have found here in World War Armies. As I've been playing this, honestly, I've really been enjoying this. Now, I know you guys might say it's sponsored. Now, I got to say this. No, honestly, I really do enjoy this game. And the biggest thing about this game that I really find very interesting is that, I always love playing war games, RTS, and, I've always been looking for something that is more realistic type of warfare. And this is so realistic because you'll have your engineers, your machine guns, your mortar. You actually have, initially you'll start with a rifleman, then you'll have your tanks. You have light tanks, you have your medium tanks, and then heavy tanks. And you also have like this thing called Scout. And we're going to talk about this in a little bit in here. First of all, I've been playing this for like a few days now, and I've really had a lot of fun. All right, I've had a lot of games already so far. I mean, we've moved up some ranks. We have about 400 trophies right now. So we are now also like level 4 onto the USA. And I didn't really like Germany as much. I actually prefer USA, like as I've played through this. Now, I got to probably check out some of the stuff here for, more in Germany in here and kind of understand, the other troops within the Germany as well. For now, let's talk about USA. And my number one favorite troop is the machine gun. And I like it because you can put it into a structure, it will defend for you and just attack it. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about the supporting troops that I found within the game. Now, first, when we take a look into the engineer. Now, the engineer is a very unique unit. This is an infantry unit. Now, this has the ability to capture strategic points, resources. So it has that capture unit. Now, the big thing about the engineer is that it can build. So whenever you get your resource point, you build towers on that one, send your engineer, it will build it much faster. Now, once that you have done that, right, it helps you to, build that faster, which is great. And another thing is whenever you are building pillbox, bring your engineers near the construction site and the engineers will make it faster to complete that building. Now, another thing, the best thing about this engineer is that you can send it on the battlefield with your tanks, and your tanks, is going to take damage. And when it takes damage, how are you going to heal your tanks? Or how are you going to repair your tanks? You don't heal. How do you repair tanks? You're going to use your engineers to repair those tanks, right? So the best thing in here that they have even give us an advice here in the bottom, if it's broken, they'll fix it. Tanks, trucks, towers. They'll get them functional fast, right? That's crucial, fast. Best keep them away from the front line until the tanks throws a track. So send your engineers at the back end because you don't want it to die. You don't want it to get eliminated. You want it to be a supporting role that when your tanks are getting huge damages, you bring back your tanks. You have your engineer ready right there to repair it, get back into the battlefield and destroy the enemies. Now, the next thing that I find more of a defensive support role is the machine gunners. Now, the machine gun squad, this is my favorite, absolutely, because it has a huge range and it gives you a lot of vision if you're trying to protect one strategy point. Now, this is another infantry unit. It can capture a resource and strategic points. Now, this is great for really supporting defensive situation, and it can damage the vehicle slightly, but really this is the best onto infantry units. So you want this machine gunners to be in a structure. It also says here it's slow to aim, take longer to aim. So you want them in a structure so they've already positioned themselves in an advantage. Now, the Mortar Squad. This is interesting because initially I was so annoyed, but once you have this, it's really fun. This is basically it's gonna shell, you know, infantry units or tanks. Now, it says you're effective versus all infantry. It is very effective, but it also can shell some tanks and it can do some damage. So in the future, we'll talk a little bit more about the Mortar Squad. But for now, I'm gonna tell you this is a really good support, support offense, defense, troop. Right? It really does everything. It has an insane amount of range. It's really out of range. If players are not paying attention, you can definitely just knock their troops out with your Mortar Squad. Now, the last troop that I have here, it is a support unit, and it's a vehicle. All right? So we talked about the engineer, how it can repair, structures. It can repair tanks. But the scout is a healer. All right? So this M3 scout, this is a medic. So you're already aware what medic can do. A medic is supposed to heal, right? So this medic or scout is also equipped with a M6 caliber. Now, this is going to be able to fend off some units, but ideally it is to aid infantry units. So do not forget to keep this unit close to your infantry unit to heal. So do not forget to keep this unit close to your infantry unit so you can heal them. So the best thing to do with this is like the engineer, put it a little bit in the back end. If your infantry units are getting damaged, pull your infantry units, or you can, keep it with the infantry units, but maybe put a little in the back so that it doesn't get destroyed as well. There's various different strategies that you can do. Let me know what's your strategy so far within World War Armies, because I'm curious. I'm still brand new here. I'm just sharing you guys some of the favorite stuff that I have, seen so far, something that I like and something I'm learning. Another thing that I really love, and we're going to talk about in the future, like tanks wise, oh my goodness, I love this Pershing. Oh my God, this is one of the reasons why I kind of switched into, USA, because with this heavy tank that I got, it's an insane amount of damage, wrecks the structures and wrecks the other tanks. I have been so successful whenever we drop this tank. When we pull it out and bring it out in the battlefield, oh my God, fear me. So far, there's so many stuff here still to be unlocked. I've got a lot of, vehicles in here or tanks that needs to be unlocked. The Ranger's not even unlocked for me yet. And there's even this bazooka, which I'm really excited. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get this. It's an anti-tank squad. I know there's other generals as well, but for now we have Dwight McCullen. So another thing in here is we got Dwight McCullen. This is a really, starter commander here. I had the female one, but it's like apparently it was only temporary. Another thing that you can do is like if you really want to get more of these troops or general, you can actually go here. All right, so they've got daily offers. They're on sale, and you kind of can see the background in here. If it's going to be Germany or USA, the USA will have a star, and Germany kind of has this little eagle symbol. You can also go to the reinforcement, and you can check what you can get from trying to make these purchased. So this is going to be RNG, of course, and you can see USA, what you can get. I guess Eric von Wagner is it's a USA. Okay, I guess it's a USA one because it's in the USA infantry unit in here. So if you need to top up into the bank because you will need some tokens to kind of purchase this, you can definitely add up stuff in there. Another thing is that you can also watch the ad. It helps out the developers when you're, purchasing, watching the ads. These things help the developers, and by helping the developers, you're going to be able to see further and more updates within the game. And honestly, I've really been enjoying this. I've been playing a little bit here and there on my downtime, and it's really fun. I love the aspect of it. Sometimes I get paired with bots, and they're super easy. So I hope there's going to be more players to play this because I can beat every single one of you guys. And I'm just kidding. You're probably going to beat me. But hey, it's better to play with players than to play with bots. So join now. There's going to be a link in the description. Download it, and I'll see you in the battlefield. Let's see who's going to win. Is it you or is it me?